Alright, let's see if we can do a quick lesson, chapter 1 of how to play Feral Druid. So let's just talk about spells and rotation. First spell to talk about is Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire, you just always cast it, and you see decreases armor by 5%, can't stealth or turn invisible, whatever. Always cast it, so you have a boomkin in the party. Don't worry about it, just do it anyways. But that's pretty much it. It's not a big deal, but always cast it. Next up we have Mangle. So Mangle, it does damage. 240% normal damage plus 679 causes the target to take 30% additional damage from bleed effects for 1 minute. So the reason why this is like the first spell to talk about is because Feral is heavily bleed focused in Wrath of the Lich King. It didn't used to be that way. It used to be super easy. Now it's really fucking hard. But whatever. It's fun. So this is also... So we cast this first so that everything that we apply afterwards in terms of bleeds does more damage. And we want to keep it up at all times. So keeping it up means casting it again, right, to refresh the debuff. Or when you're in bear form, you can also cast Mangle Bear, and it will refresh it without you having to waste energy. So that's a really great usage of Mangle. One thing that really helps manage some of this stuff in terms of refreshing debuffs and stuff like that is this weak aura. This is... What is this one called? I can send it to you if you just ask me. I can send you this weak aura. I think it might be... It's not Emancipators, it's the other one. Something like that? Maybe it is Emancipators. But anyways, it puts this out here, which is really useful. Lets me see if Mangle is up and what the cooldown is. Lets me see if Fairy Fire is up. Lets me see what I have access to, cooldowns and stuff. But we'll learn more about that as we go. I cast Fairy Fire, I cast Mangle, Cat. Gives you 1 combo point. Is the other main reason that you want to use this first, is because it gives you 1 combo point. Now, again, we want to do this first because it increases our damage. There's one other really important effect that will just sort of scale your damage. Whatever damage you're doing, it will constantly always scale it. Is Savage Roar. Here we go. And Savage Roar is a finishing move, so you need combo points to cast it. And it's 33%, and I think that I can show you the talents and glyphs. That's easy, but that's based on your talents and glyphs or whatever. Let's see. Glyph of Savage Roar gives you 3%. Rip is rip duration. Shred is extends the rip duration. Pretty straightforward, and the all the talents are pretty straightforward too. It's like 53, 18. I can get that to you, but it doesn't matter. Point is, once you mangle once, this becomes accessible. And there's going to be many cases where you want to mangle and Savage Roar, and then start going. Basically, this is any single target scenario. So any single target scenario, your first 3 attacks are always going to be Fairy Fire, Feral, Mangle, Savage Roar. And then you start doing other things, which we'll talk about. But other scenarios, like AoE pack, I tend to do Mangle, and then I'll do something else to gain combo points so I can have a little bit longer duration on the Savage Roar. But to play Feral Druid really well, you kind of want to be managing this in ways that might seem suboptimal, but that will basically guarantee that you can have all your buffs up at once. Like, you can always have your Mangle applied, and you can always have your Savage Roar applied, and you're using everything that you're given access to, like when as soon as it's accessible, and for your bleeds you're keeping them up, and for Tiger's Fury you're using it intelligently. You're using it like as soon as you have access to it, but in a situation that it makes sense. But generally, you're using it as soon as you have access to it. But yeah. Alright, so Fairy Fire, Mangle, Savage Roar. So once you do that, and I'm just going to keep it really simple. So this is like single target, and you can practice in the target dummy, so that makes it really simple. It's going to be Fairy Fire, Mangle, Savage Roar. And then we're going to go into our first Rake. So Rake used to suck for like almost all of Classic, and then whatever. It was decent. It became good in Burning Crusade at some point. Maybe? I can't remember. Anyways, it's really good in Wrath, and it's better damage per energy, so it costs less energy to do more damage when you use Rake compared to Shred, which is your next main damage dealing ability. So basically, you always want to keep Rake up. It's doing more damage from your Mangle, etc. That's why we do Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake. So now you have at least one combo point, if not two combo points, depending on whether it crits. And you're going to have basically enough energy to do a Shred. Well, actually you're not. Sorry, let me take that back. So you're going to Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake, right? Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake. And then come to your first point where you're checking your energy to see whether you have enough energy to Shred, or if you don't, whether you should Tiger's Fury. So let's just take a quick look real quick, actually. Fairy Fire, Mangle, yeah, so you have 20, right? That's what I thought. So you have 20, that means you need to Tiger's Fury. So yeah, we're gonna have to like rattle off like several different abilities in a row off the beginning. Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake, Tiger's Fury, and then we're gonna start shredding until we run out of energy. So Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake, Tiger's Fury, and then that'll allow us to shred twice. And then you can decide what to do next. And your goal at that point is to keep everything up in cat form. So whenever Rake goes down, you're casting it again. And you're... Oh, sorry. Okay, wait. I missed something really important. So hopefully, hopefully Mangle crits, because then you get a little bit longer duration of Savage Roar. But if it doesn't, that's still fine. Mangle, Savage Roar, Rake, Tiger's Fury, Shred. So based on that, if you got 2 combo points from Rake, 2 combo points from Shred, and then 1 combo point from Shred, so if 2 out of 3 of these casts crit, then you will have 5 combo points, and you will definitely want to rip at your very first opportunity. So Rip is the single best ability to use combo points. The damage is insane, and when you're playing perfectly, Rip and Shred will deal roughly equal amounts of damage, and depending on kind of... it will be pretty comparable for the most part. And then your goal at that point, after you Rip, is to keep everything up forever. So, depending on what happens after you rip, your Savage Roar might be expiring, like almost right away. In general, I think you should think of giving Savage Roar like priority over rip, but keeping Savage Roar up is not as hard as it seems, especially if you um, use it early. You use it with like 1 or 2 or even 3 combo points. So, for example, if your Savage Roar is about to run out, if Rake has run out after you have applied your rip after gaining combo points using Shred, rip, and then Rake might be running out. So you Rake once, and then Savage Roar again to refresh Savage Roar. But if you have time, that's fine too. You can Rake, you can Shred. But the point is that you want to get Savage Roar up. You want to put as many combo points on it as possible at the time that you need to refresh it. And if you have 5 combo points, there are many times when Rip still has like 10 seconds left on it, and you will just Savage Roar at 5 combo points and be like, I trust that I'm going to get 5 combo points in the 10 seconds left on Rip, such that I can be ready to Rip once it expires. But you'll be sort of tossing your combo points back and forth between Rip and Savage Roar. Rip will always get 5, never cast Rip at less than 5 combo points. Except for very like bizarre scenarios that are not, you don't need to worry about them. Then you want to spend as many combo points as you can on Savage Roar while still being able to refresh Rip. So like sometimes that will mean you can literally only give it 1 combo point or 2 combo points. 3 or 4, like there's just random scenarios that take place. But yeah, that's the idea. We want to always be keeping these up using our combo points. We want to always be keeping Rake up. And whenever we have extra energy and we don't need to do any of those things, we're shredding. That's pretty much it. So keep these up. Shred when you're not doing these things. Use Tiger's Fury on cooldown. And that is it. You may be wondering, why am I not using Ferocious Bite? There are very specific scenarios that you can use Ferocious Bite. But I think they're really obvious, and you don't need to like train to use Ferocious Bite. It'd be the end of the fight is a good time to use Ferocious Bite. On trash, when it's going to die, so Rip doesn't last long enough. And that's pretty much, those are the main scenarios. What else? So at some point we can talk about Berserk, which is our best DPS cooldown. And what else? So everything else that Cat does is pretty easy. So doing good single target damage is the hard part. So like I just want to cover this one part, and so there's way more to this that gets into when you run out of energy, you switch into bear form, things like that, or how to utilize your relic, your idol, or kind of other things like how to do AoE. Doing AoE is actually pretty easy. It's going to basically be like rake something, Savage Roar on either 1 or 2 or 3 combo points, and then spam swipe over and over and over. That's AoE in a nutshell. It's not that hard. Single target's hard. So just to recap one last time. Fairy Fire Feral. Mangle. Savage Roar. Rake. Tiger's Fury. Shred. Shred. Maybe Rake. And then sit there looking like an idiot while you're waiting for your energy to recharge. Once you hit 5 combo points, rip. Get another combo point or 2 or 3. Hopefully, maybe 3 or 4 would be great, and then Savage Roar again. Refresh Rake constantly whenever it falls off. Shred when you can't, but when you don't have anything else to do, and then rip when you hit 5 combo points and rip's falling off. That's it. Focus on just doing that in cat form only. Maybe we can do a little test run real quick. Oh, I left my shit on. Oh, I should not have shredded there. I needed to wait and rake. I'm gonna just Savage Roar there because I think I had enough combo points. I'm waiting. Good. Moment of Clarities. Have enough time. Rake. Savage Roar. Oops. That's okay. Now I'm gonna mangle here just because I need it. A refresh. Rip. I didn't see how much time was left on that Savage Roar actually. Wait here. Nice Omen of Clarities. I was a little bad on the rip there, but do what you can. I should have Savage Roar earlier on the last cycle. Let's see what I can do here. I might be fucked actually. Okay, so this is what you want never to happen. I have 2 combo points and rip expired. That's a fail. Never do that. When that happens, think about what you did wrong. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, that's chapter 1.